So now it's a matter of how fast this economic balloon will reinflate. Remember, New York and California have governors who were first in on the Wuhan coronavirus overreaction, and from all indications, they will be last out. Therefore, it's going to retard the recovery. That said, the reopening momentum is building, clearly, from coast to coast. Joining me now from Dallas, Texas, financial expert, co-founder and chief strategist of GDP Advisors and Daily Ledger contributor, Seth Denson. Seth, you're in one of the states, I should say, that's actually fixing to reopen and try and get life moving again. And that's got to be a good feeling. I mean, you're smiling right now. I'm not smiling because I'm not living in one of those states.
Well, come to Texas, my friend. Listen, the missus and I have already called Grandma. The kids are headed there on Friday, and we're going to dinner because it's been a while since somebody else has cooked us dinner.
Well, God bless you. You know, you look at some of the reports out there, for example, Simon Property. A lot of people don't know. What is Simon Property? Well, they're the largest mall owner in the country, and they are making preparations to reopen, and that is a very good sign.
Certainly a good sign. The question will be is how are they going to regulate this this 25% variance? Again, a lot of these organizations that are reopening are trying to manage to a 25% inflow. And then you have the individual stores inside these malls that can ultimately make the determination on whether or not to open. And so it'll be interesting to see how this rolls out. Listen, until we get the economy to 100% open, we won't see the big inflation of the balloon like we were talking about. And we need to get there quickly. So this is crawl, walk, run, but we need to get to run as soon as possible.
You mentioned the 25% variance. Are you talking about the numbers of people that they can actually allow in their physical store?
Yeah, and so a lot of the states have put forth this plan where they're trying to limit the capacity in these stores and restaurants and places of business to 25% of the normal capacity. So the question is, how are they going to regulate that? Yeah. And from a Simon perspective in the mall, right, you've got this big open space. So it'll be interesting to see how they manage that.
And just from practically speaking, it's tough enough. But from an economic perspective, here you are, a restaurant. I mean, think about this. Let's think this thing through. You can only be a capacity of 25%. Well, that means you're missing 75%. So when are you going to get that 75% back? In other words, is it even cost effective to open up a business, in particular a restaurant, operating at 25%? These are the real questions that are going to have to be answered by especially restaurateurs.
Certainly is, and it's some of them are already determining that maybe it's not, right? Because you remember they have to have the food intake. Most of them are now going to be operating on a limited menu basis, right, so that they can manage the cash flow. And these are all the things that have to work through. That being said, let's get it open. Let's get it open. Let's move to phase 2, which is walk, and then phase 3, which is run.
I don't know about these waiters and waitresses coming up to me in a mask. I'm not sure. It just doesn't sound terribly appetizing to me. I hope it's something I never, ever get used to. Seth, thank you.